How cool would it be to have an AI that tracks how well you know each topic and schedules your review sessions for you? All you have to do is sit down and have the intention of revising. Yeah, that tech doesn't exist, at least not yet, but here's the good news. You can use the study scheduler to pretty much do just that. So the system is built on Ali Abdal's retrospective revision techniques. And long story short, the idea is to build an adaptable review schedule, one that changes based on your confidence, how well you know the information, and how long it's been since you last reviewed it. So this study scheduler is one of the things included in your student starter pack that you'll receive as you join Exam Ace Tutor and become an Exam Ace student. Once you set everything up, it will show you exactly what you need to study without you even needing to think about it, whilst hopefully also being aesthetic. So let's duplicate this first to have your very own copy. By the way, this is cross-compatible, so you can use this both on your computer and on your phone. So it takes a little while for it to transfer over, so I've already duplicated another one for you, so you don't have to wait. I'll break this walkthrough into two parts. First, how to input information into your scheduler, and second, how to actually use it to make your study sessions more efficient and effective. So yeah, let's get into it. So this is the homepage of the study scheduler. Here you have the master calendar that displays all your upcoming lectures and assignments for the week. To get started, you just click subjects. Once you're in, you'll see a list of all your subjects. Of course, in GCSE, there's too many to even count. But once you get to A-level and beyond, the subjects you take niche down and become more specialized. So yeah, let's look at maths for now. To begin, you can just input some basic information like the teacher name, email, website, course code. That was actually the course code for my math module in university. And then afterwards, you just fill in the boxes with the lectures. So let's say in maths, we're learning binomial expansion. Let's say that we're doing that today. And let's say we're doing implicit differentiation. We'll do that on Friday. And then let's say in physics, we're doing new forced vibrations, and we'll do that on Thursday. And then let's say we're doing Young should be with a capital Y because it's a name, but Young's modulus, and we'll do that on let's say Monday next week. We can actually input our assignments the same way. So you just click maths and then you just click onto the assignments tab, and then let's say we have a problem set 1 due this let's say Friday, and then problem set 2 due let's say next week Tuesday. And then let's say for physics, we just go to assignments tab again, and let's say we have an experiment next week that we have to do pre-lab for, and let's say a midterm next Friday. As you can actually see the due date here, which I've made a formula for as well. So yeah, so once you've input all your information in, you just go back to the home page. You'll see your full schedule on the calendar, lectures, assignments, and everything. The subject and whether it's an assignment is actually also written below, as you can see. There's also a daily task section here. It's just a simple to-do list, nothing fancy. So let's say we had something like we had to revise flashcards. And then to complete it, you just click done, and then Exam Ace Tutor session. And then let's say we have to walk Pedro, for example. Don't ask me what animal that is. That could be a dog, a lizard, could be a fish. I mean, I've never heard of walking a fish, but that's besides the point. And then we can close that up as well. I also like to link my school page or my university page into it, because once you get into university, all the resources will be on your school page. So this works really well for university students, as I've kind of been explaining. But typically for GCSE and A-levels, teachers don't really tell you what they're going to teach you before their specific lessons. So this is actually where you can use my topic checklist that comes with the student starter pack instead. So let's go back and look at it. So let's go back to the student starter pack. As you can see, this is for the GCSE students. So this is going to be the GCSE tech checklists. So let's go look through maths. I've actually input a video walkthrough. It's like 2 minutes long that kind of explains how to use everything. So I'm not going to get into too much depth here. Long story short, red for hard, amber for okay, green for easy. So quite easily, you can see what you find hard, and all you need to do is transfer that over to the study scheduler and set the day you want to go over it. So for me, I find powers, roots, and fractional indices hard, and fractional percentage operators, and general iterative processes, and direct and inverse proportion. So what I would do is I'd go back to my study scheduler. You can have these on different tabs, so you can just like look at them side by side, and I'd put that in. Another way of putting something in is you can actually add an item straight from here. So let's say I'm struggling with ASDF, and then that's for my, I don't know, physics course. And that gets added onto the system, but just in a different way. So, one of the biggest problems students face is knowing when to review past lectures or exams. Remember at the start when I talked about AI? Well, this is the quote unquote AI part. So, now you've input all the information in. How do we get to the point where all we have to do is sit down and know exactly what to revise? Most students just cycle through lectures 1 to 10 over and over again, which is just a really inefficient use of your time. So, how do we actually study effectively? So anytime you finish a lecture, class, or self-studying, for example, you open up that topic and update your confidence level. So you click binomial expansions, and last review would be obviously that same day. And then you click on mastery. And then let's say I found binomial expansion super easy. I'm gonna put that as green. And then you go to the next day. And then obviously it'll be covered on the 3rd of October. And then I said, you know what? I found that super hard. I'm going to put that as red. I have no idea what that is. And then we went through Friday, implicit differentiation. To be fair, I understood most of it, but some of it I feel like I need a little bit more practice. So I'm going to put that as moderate. And then obviously the last review would be on 4th of October. Young's modulus. So yeah, we went over on in class. And then we have ASDF, which to be fair, okay, so we covered on the October 10th, but I have no idea what that is. I'm gonna put that as red. Cool. Now what that does is it automatically sends that lecture to your review table. So you just click on to review. And what the review table allows us to see is two things. One, the confidence of the material, and two, the last time I reviewed it. It's actually organized so that the topics you found the most challenging and reviewed the longest time ago are all the way at the top. So one thing about revision is you can always set aside time to revise, but things will get in the way no matter what. Like, for example, you have to take Pedro to the vet all of a sudden. What a problematic fish. So, anyways, whenever you actually finally do get to sit down and revise, all you have to do is look at the review table and click on the topic that is situated at the top. So for me, it'd be force vibrations because I had no idea what that was, and it was reviewed the longest time ago. You can also actually see the course as well. So obviously, the goal is to make all the topics green. So for example, I went through force vibrations, and that I went through that, let's say on the 17th, but I actually understood it a little bit better. It's still a little confusing to me, so I'm gonna put it as moderate. So I can see the next thing I need to focus on is ASDF. And let's say I went through it on the 31st, and you know what? I completely understood what ASDF is. I know the fundamentals, the concepts, and how to answer the question. So I'm gonna put that as green. So yeah, as you can see, everything is green now. And once everything is green, you're still not done. What this feature allows you to do is go through the topics you did least recently until your assignment or exam for that topic is done. So obviously for me, I know I need to work on binomial expansion because I did that like a whole month ago, even if I found it easy. But then when I go over it, let's say I went over it next month on the 1st, which will go all the way down here, but then I actually find it uncomfortably, like I actually forgot about it, so I put it as moderate, and then it goes all the way back to the top. Basically, you do this until the exam or assignment for that topic is done, which is then you can retire. And then that actually takes it out of the whole system altogether. So ASDF, I am going to retire that because I did the ASDF exam. Obviously, this is for you, so be truthful in how you actually feel about the topic, since this is your personal scheduler that no one else has access to. Finally, we have the assignments tab. You can see all your assignments here and also the days that it's due. So as you can see, it's organized in a way such that the assignment that's due the earliest is at the top. And then let's say I start doing it and I press doing. Uh, so it'll actually show you if it's due tomorrow, it'll say tomorrow, or if it's due today, it will say like due. And then once you're actually done with it, you press done, and then it gets rid of it from the assignments tab, and that's pretty much it. So that's pretty much the meat of the study scheduler. There's actually cute little things added, like you know how in games you have daily logins. It's nice to have a streak system where you can add 1 day for each day that you've studied, and this like will allow you to see how many days in the year that you studied, for example. There's a weekly agenda at the bottom where you can put your rough weekly responsibilities and what you need to do if you want to use it, and a mood tracker just to have a place to self reflect. So if you haven't journaled before, this could be your gateway into it. I'm a big advocate of having a self reflection process set into place. Because as we go through the motions of life, just going to class, eating, playing, scrolling, sleeping, sometimes we stop being present. The lights are on, but no one's home. When you're stressed or even just chilling, you can actually just add a log and just self-reflect. So for example, you just press what's on your mind and you click the log. Here you can write, oh, how is class going? How do you feel? Why do you feel the way you feel? What's working? What's not working? How's your stress levels? Am I sleeping well? Etc. Literally anything. You can use this space to celebrate wins or to vent. Do whatever you want. My hope is that you allow yourself some time for self-discovery, knowing what works for you and what doesn't. Yep, and that's pretty much it. With the system, you'll always know what to work on and when. I hope that you find having an organizational system for studying is a game changer because it was for me. And this helps you get the most out of your study sessions. Let me know in the comments if you found this helpful or you have any question. And as always, let's ace those exams.